Message today is out of Psalm 13. The whole thing. Psalm 13, right after Psalm 12. Then in verse 1. Oh, and it's called Hope in Jesus. Now, we're starting off with something we've all felt, and some of us are feeling right now. Okay? That's Psalm 13, verse 1. How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? You know, you get into that place of funky. Funky, that's the only word for it. It's like nothing's working your way. It's like you think you're in forward and you're in reverse, and you just whack into the car behind you. I mean, it's just really, nothing seems to be working for you. Because everything's upside down, everything's backwards. And so we come to a place like this. How long do you forget me, O Lord? It's like, hey, wait a minute, I'm here. Where are you? What happened to you? Forever? How long is this going to take? It seems like it's going on forever and there's no end to it. How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? Yeah, it's like, well, how long before I see you in action, before I see your hand in my life? And then he goes on, verse 2, how long shall I counsel my soul? Now he's talking about himself, and he said, how long shall I counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? So what's he talking about? He says, so he's in the dumps. You know when you're in the dumps, you don't pull yourself out of the dumps. In fact, it's you just keep spiraling down, just like the toilet when you flush it. You just keep going down and down and down. It's like, it doesn't take you up, it always takes you down. Okay. And so, and then you go down, yes. How long shall my enemy, and then he says, how long shall my enemy be exalted over me? So he's saying, you know, there's something that's coming at me. It could be a bad boss or someone that's over you, and it's like, not necessarily over you, but it's like they're on your case. And everything seems to be going their way, and nothing's going your way. How do you get around this? How do you deal with this? But now he does something that's smart. And this is kind of an example for all of us, okay? Verse 3, he says, consider and hear me, O Lord my God. So the first two is just complaining. It's like, you know, this is my situation. I don't like it. I don't like where I'm at. I can't see you. I don't know you're out there. I'm not saying you're not. It's just I just feel like there's no God in my life. And so now he's appealing to God after he gets this all off his chest. He says, consider and hear me, O Lord my God. Before this, he was all stuck in himself. He wasn't even thinking about God. We've all been there. Consider and hear me, O Lord my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Now, what he's talking about here is not the fact he's going blind. He's not talking about the fact he's dying. What he is talking about is I can't see spiritually what's going on. All I can see is this darkness. So I need you to open my spiritual eyes to see what I'm doing. The sleep of death is like darkness, it's total darkness. I can't, you know, like I might feel dead. I'm not dead, but it's like I just have no sense of where I'm going. And then verse 4, he says, lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. So he's saying, I don't want my enemies to prevail against me. I have prevailed against him. He doesn't want them to be able to say that, but it's not about him. It's not about him. So, well, but it sounds like it. But it's not. Why? Because he identifies with God. So when you read the other Psalms, you get a real sense of the fact he always makes his representation as not so much, I need your help, but I stand for truth and righteousness. And they don't. So it's really an attack against truth and righteousness. This is an attack against God, not an attack against me. That brings it to a higher level. It's like, I'm not important. But this is about God, and that is important. Lest my enemies say I prevailed against him, which is not really against him, but it is against the work of God, the hand of God. Now those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. Moved, it's not about physical movement, it's about moved emotionally. And they like, you know how some people who are miserable like to see other people miserable. We've all experienced that. So it's like they're miserable and they want to share it with you. But the last two verses are the really important part here. Verse 5. Just having spent that time in his presence, saying, God, hear me, help me so this doesn't happen. Verse 5 happens. It's already moved him. And he says, but I have trusted in thy mercy. He's talking about in times past. I've always trusted in your mercy. I always trusted you're going to break through for me. Now he says, in your mercy. Why? Because he wasn't always right. Are we? No. Well, I can't speak for you. I'm not always right. Especially when I get into an argument with my wife. Then, of course, I have to be wrong. But that point aside, I have trusted in your mercy. His mercy means that I could be wrong, but he still bails me out anyway. In fact, it talks in Proverbs about the fact that God will take the unrighteous and put the problem on them and deliver you even though you don't deserve it. That's the kind of mercy he's talking about. I've trusted in your mercy. You're going to bail me out even though I made a big goof up. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. Now this is forward looking. He says, and it's like I've trusted in you before. I'm going to trust that he's going to do it again. He's going to save me. So it's never about, well, did he do something wrong? Maybe he might not bail me out because it's never that. That's not the issue. The issue is he's a good God. He loves me. And he's going to save me. Not because I earned it. Not because I deserved it. Not because I did all the right things. I might have done all the wrong things. But it doesn't matter because I still love him. And because he still loves me, he's going to save me. I may not deserve it, and it doesn't matter. And then he goes on, this has already built him up, and then it builds him up to the final level, restoration spiritually. Verse 6. I will sing unto the Lord. Why? Because he hath dealt bountifully with me. Now, this is the same guy who said, I'm in the pits. I just see darkness. Now he says, you've dealt bountifully with me. So it means, he says, I see all this bounty. I see all the goodness you've done for me. How do you get from there to there? Well, it's simple. How do you get from where he started to where he ended? The Holy Spirit. When you're in the dumps, all you can see is the dumps. All you can see is blackness. All you can see is darkness. All you can do is negative. Nobody can talk you out of that. But once the Holy Spirit, you allow the Holy Spirit in, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, but wait a minute. He saved me in the past. I'm trusting him to save me in the future, and now and in the future. It's like, but he's been good to me. Look at all the good things he's done for me. He shows you all the good things. And it's like, God, I'm unworthy, but I thank you for it. That's really the solution. It's like, when you're in the dumps, when you're dark, you can't really work your way out. Your friends will come and try to encourage you, and then they're going to leave off because it's like nobody wants to deal with Debbie Downer. And you might want to see a movie or something that lights you up a little bit, and then you get back and it's like, okay, you had your coffee break. The enemy say, no, but now let's get back to your depression. Okay, let's get back to your anger. Let's get back to your unforgiveness here. You had your break. Now we've got to get back to work. But when you get into the presence of God, and we're depending on him, then all the rest of that, it's permanently gone. Till the next time we allow ourselves to get into that place. He knows we're going to get there. But that's the beautiful thing about God. We have hope in his salvation. We have hope in Jesus. He died on the cross, and he's there not just once when you get baptized. He's there every day, every moment of every day, 24/7, to take care of us and to take us out of the dumps that we allow ourselves to get into. That's not to say that there's some tough things that you got to work through. That is not the issue. However tough it is, God is there to take you out of it. And that's my message for today.